My cackles are gonna be so loud.
Same. Okay, well, let's call this meeting to order. We have guests, which is very exciting. So what I thought we would do is talk to our guests first and then move on to the rest of our business so that they can leave if that's what they would like to do. You don't have to leave, but you will be permitted to if you'd like. So Mike and Jesse are the two applicants that we got for our open position. And so I selfishly was hoping that you could just introduce yourself and say a little bit about why you would like to be on the Arts Commission.
Do you mind using,
Oh,
going up there to use that mic? There's nobody watching online, but for the
for the
recording.
recording, sure.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying.
But you do have to sing a song.
A song? I have nothing prepared, but I probably could. It would probably be some kind of like internet meme video game song that I've been exposed to.
Yeah, Cat.
So I'm,
Yeah,
Mike
yeah, Kat.
Avery. I know, I believe most of you probably via social media and just my name recognition and sort of seeing folks around town. I do have two young boys that are 8 and 12. I live on Copeland Road, 2 miles out of town. We bought that property 7 years ago and have rehabilitated it. It was abandoned for 8 years. My predecessor was a gentleman I worked for who bought that place in 1989 and farmed out there as well. So we've sort of brought the legacy back to life and sort of restored it to what I think it should be. I grew up in southern Minnesota, small town, a lot like Estacada. I was started playing piano when I was 5, and I had a very old traditional piano player who kind of freaked me out. So as soon as I was able to join bands in 5th grade, when I was 10, I started playing trombone, which is still my primary instrument. Throughout middle school, I really liked and excelled in art. My primary medium was pencil and charcoal. I liked the precision of it. Once I moved out west in '96, I realized that musicians could be cool. And I joined bands and kind of fell away from practicing fine art. But I'm definitely interested in participating on whatever level is available, because I think that there's just a need for a full spectrum representation in Estacada. I do know that I'm trying to come without an agenda and just to bring more art to the city. I have a pretty deep network of musician friends and contacts in pretty much the greater metro area over the last 25 years that I've been here. So that's it. I just want more people at the table representing. I actually got to meet I'm gonna forget her name because whoever just stepped down. I'm
Emily.
so sorry. Emily Moon.
Yeah, Emily.
I just met her at the taco cart last week in passing, and she was like, "Oh, what's this? I'm moving out of Estacada. That's why I'm stepping down." So it's cool to see good people participating in the city on whatever level. We're not we don't qualify for any other. I think we can be on the school board or something like that because we're out of town, so we can't.
Because you're
can't
your school
work.
district, not in town.
So that's it. And I'm talking too, so I should cover.
Thank you. Jesse, before you start, do we know, was Emily's seat a district? Not an in-town?
School district.
It was a school district. Okay. Because I know in-town can be either, but out of town can't. So, okay, great. That's all. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm short, so this probably sounds a lot louder. My name is Jessie Kerr, and I've lived in Estacada for about 4 years. I live here with my husband, and I like to say my 2, 3, and 4-legged children, because I have a son, a dog, and a 3-legged dog. I'm a native Oregonian. I grew up in the woods south of Bend. My dad was the founder of the High Desert Museum down there, so I just grew up in this beautiful educational environment, really learning all about community engagement and curiosity and lots of sciences when I was growing up. But I was always drawn to the arts. Been in art classes since I was like 3. I was given sort of the joke moniker in college as the art history major with the most studio art credits one could get. I really prefer mixed media and photography. I spent some time as a photographer before getting my master's in teaching. And now I'm a kindergarten teacher in Milwaukee. So yeah, I'm involved in lots of different arts things in my personal life. I'm involved in my own arts committee at school and started an art night at my school, celebrating art in our own community, which has been wildly successful and a ton of fun. And this summer I also just got involved with the Art Academy, North Clackamas Art Academy, which is a fine arts. They really don't like to call it summer camp, but it's summer camp, but it's for the fine arts. I just got involved with that this year as well. And yeah, I have spent a lot of time involved in creative adventures of all kinds in my personal life. And I would just love an opportunity to engage with our community a little bit more and help to build community. I think that there are a lot of untapped creative resources in this town that are here quietly putzing along, and it would be great to bring everybody out of the shadows and get to know each other a little bit more. So I would just love to be involved with this commission in that capacity, however that ended up looking. So I love all the stuff that you guys have been doing too. The kids' art, especially last summer, was so much fun. So yeah, I love that you guys are doing new things. I'd love to be a part of it.
Thank you. Awesome. So the last time when we didn't have Zoom, we did kind of like everyone went around and asked a couple of questions of both candidates, but I don't want to make you keep standing up and down. And so, because that's silly.
You could just take the microphone. It's not corded, so you could just,
Ah,
if you want to do that.
yeah, and hand it back. Yeah, that's better. I feel like that's pressure. I feel like that's pressure we don't need. So does that work for folks? So I asked my question, so somebody else can ask a question next.
I have a question. I would like to know if either of you would be willing to take on the position of secretary if it's not filled by the time you join. And that's the person who takes the minutes at the meeting. I'm currently it, but I'm also co-chair, so I'm trying to do more organizational notes. It's very difficult to do both. I do have like a form set up for you to take the minutes and all that. But I would like to know if anyone would be, if I could hit you up for that the moment you maybe even before I announce your name, I will be texting you.
I'd be happy to do secretary stuff. I love to type speedily, so that's a strength of mine.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not.
It's bullet points.
Yeah,
They're bullets.
I'm well adaptable. I'm probably less administratively skilled than she is, to be honest, but like I said, whatever really needs to be done, I'm pretty used to filling whatever she is. So.
Awesome.
Thank you. And what kind of thing are you guys excited about? Like, what do you have a lot of energy behind? I mean, I know you don't know what sorts of things we do, but if, there's just anything that we could do, an event or whatever, what would really excite you to be able to be part of that?
It's like a little awkward. Who's gonna go? I would love to be a part of some more things like you're doing the art walk. That's really like bringing like adult art, showcasing that art of the community. I think that would be really fun. I know like they just did over at the museum, they did like a $20 art show and everybody did like one piece of art that was $20 and just had this like beautiful mural tile thing. And I just love ideas like that. I think there's a lot of artists out there that are nervous about filling a booth, but would be love to produce like one or two pieces of art to show the community. So I think that would be a really fun thing to do.
And where was that at, Josie?
It's at they're doing it at the head of the museum right now.
Oh,
I
okay.
just-
Yeah, at
Yeah.
your place, okay.
I'm also saying that selfishly because I know like my husband is like, I'm gonna put together a booth for the art walk. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, I have like these couple things that maybe like to do. I think there's a lot of people like that out there that have like kind of like a toe in. And it would be a fun way to like open the doors to get people to really feel a little part of
Yes.
something.
Yes, and he is not the only one. We have several people who are like very nervous to participate, but very excited to participate. And that has been like one of the most exciting things, like people who are kind of nervous, like, I don't know, I'm like, yes, you can do it. We'll have you.
Right.
You're in, you
Right.
know, so it's been way fun.
So clearly my sort of forte is music, and I also feel that you can sort of add that to any event as sort of an accompaniment or complement. So besides playing in a couple different bands, I've taught lessons to young kids, and I also do have a really extensive music collection that I like to put to work. So I think that it's one of those things where if you give people, I'm gonna say, but you know, kids, any kind of event that we're doing, we can add music to. It's also kind of something that bridges a lot of gaps. I feel like Estacada is still trying to calibrate how to heal a little bit as a community with some of the different sort of riffs that have been presented. So I think that that's one thing that can really bridge a lot of gaps, bring people together. Now, I don't have any specific application in mind, but I think that that's sort of my idea is always to bring some music with to make everybody feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm actually playing music at a wedding in Humboldt,
Sometime.
Well, Nicole took my question.
Sorry, you're welcome.
What kind of events are you interested in? Is what I was curious about, because I'm always thinking like, what could we add and do that would be interesting for people to attend and get them motivated to get out and about?
I'm sorry, can I, because because not everybody maybe not knows everybody, we should be introducing ourselves when we ask questions.
Oh. Who are you?
It just occurred to me. I'm Chelsea Biangelillo. I'm one of the co-chairs of the Arts Commission. I'm a writer and an artist in town and actually slightly out of town and have been here for almost 2 years on the commission, I mean.
I'm Nicole McMerrick. I'm also a co-chair. I'm a friend.
And secretary.
And secretary. I'm a friend to the artists. I'm not particularly artsy myself, but you know, I'm into it. So I help with organizational kind of things.
Okay, thanks. So sorry to interrupt.
I'm Deborah Vendetta. I'm the youth services librarian at Public Library. And I've been here in Estacada for 3 years, but working here for 6 years. Yeah, and I love it. It's a lot of fun.
Did you want to ask a question?
I do.
Oh, that was it?
Nicole
Okay,
Really did
great.
take my question, so.
Can I just
It's okay.
you're sleepy, like,
Oh.
the sleepy, stuffy, sleepy time thing was like this magical idea that we're stealing from my kindergarten class. Also, amazing.
Yes, like the cutest possible thing.
I don't have any questions, but I will introduce myself. I am Tina Reese. I've lived in Estacada for about 5 years. I'm an aspiring writer and a wannabe musician. I used to play flute in junior high and high school, but I've completely forgotten how to do it. I bought a guitar, which I am tried to teach myself to play, but it's been mostly sitting in the corner. So I need to, fix that. But yeah, that's pretty much about me.
My name is Heidi. I've been here 5 years. I just started in the commission in January. Like Nicole, I'm kind of a friend of artists. I always have ideas in my mind. I wouldn't say that they always come out the way I imagine, but
Those brochures are a masterpiece, Heidi. Don't sell yourself short.
um,
This is Heidi.
So great.
So, I guess,
Beautiful.
my question would be, if you're not picked, would you be willing to volunteer with us? Because we could always use extra help.
I'm going to help out and get involved, so whatever that looks like.
Awesome.
And then a follow-up question is, there will also potentially be seats open in December. Because that's when all the, not all, when half of the seats expire. It doesn't feel like the right word. It's really intense. And
The
so,
terms end. The terms. end.
seven,
We're
seven,
missing
yeah, we're
Carl.
missing Carl tonight.
And Jerry.
Yeah, Carl and is missing, and also our city council liaison, Jerry, is not here. Yes, he's our liaison. Yeah, so I believe there are 2 seats that are going to be potentially open in December. Whoever is in the seats may decide to reapply, but they also may not. And so my question would be, if you aren't picked, would you apply again?
I'd like to see people participate in the seat poll at any, position. that's available. So I think that's the whole thing, it's about model that sort of anyone can take the leadership role if they're motivated to, rather than do someone else. To say that, so yes. It's,
Awesome,
short answer.
Jumping in, right? Jumping in with both, feet, whatever that looks like.
awesome. Any other questions? Do you have questions for us?
I do. Are you going to run for some city seat?
I am still considering it.
And also, will you look
No,
oh, interesting.
no.
That's what you.
Right.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, no relation.
Cool.
Is there anything that needs to be done, for the, I mean, actually, I was, yeah, I'm talking about some equipment around.
Do you need any help?
We did put a call out for volunteers, did we not?
Yes.
Did you get them?
I think we put the call out like 2 hours ago.
So basically, we just need somebody to be stationed at one of the businesses and just be like the face of like, hi, welcome. They're gonna bring their own equipment, their own tables, and coordinate with the business. So musicians will be outside, and so they can set up electrical there and whatnot. But we'll just be there to support lightly.
And how are you asking people to volunteer? Send an email? How are they supposed to let you know?
It's more of like a friend
Okay.
type. Hey, can you?
Hey. You're solid. If you want to help out at a table, let us know.
I texted you earlier. We won't need tables. Surprised everyone, so I have to tell you that. We don't need tables from the library, so I won't need you to like maybe help try to do that. But I was asking you if you would be willing to maybe be one of the people kind of at a place and maybe help some people set up their like canopies at food carts. Because a
Great.
couple of the ladies there are gonna probably bring canopies and they were a little worried about setting it up themselves, kind of 2 people. Well, it'll be like at 5, because I heard you say you're playing a wedding or something, right? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so like, I told them they could set up as early as 5. I would anticipate that they would be there around 5.
Not really a one.
I would like to see you as a one-man band. That would be super great with the whole life.
Yes.
So we had talked about some smaller ensembles, but I don't think we was tied up. That were like
My husband will probably be there like from the ukulele,
Mhm.
possibly while he's waiting. for people to look at the art.
Jerry joined and asked if he could be added as a panelist.
Yes, sorry.
Good thing he texted. I was gonna give your update for you, Jerry, just to make it even.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey, just to be fair, I didn't know you were on
I know that's Sadie
Zoom.
told me. She told me
So-
you couldn't see. That's okay.
Yeah, I didn't have my glasses and I can't see anything from, from sitting there to the screen. I can't see it if I don't have my glasses on, so.
No worries, because you did give a very shining review of one page, so I appreciated it.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have all the other information, but it's all right. You were there, so you got to share it.
Did you get a chance to hear our two applicants introduce themselves?
I did not. I joined late. I worked late today, so that's why I joined so late. And that's why I'm not down there already.
Well, I'm glad we have the Zoom option. We just got done asking questions of them and asking them to ask questions of us. But if there was anything you wanted to know of the two applicants, Jesse and Mike.
No, I mean, I have complete 100% faith in your guys' decision to make a good, or are there both, there's two spots, right? Or is
There's
it
just one
Okay.
right now.
Well, I trust in you guys that you're gonna make a very good recommendation to council, and we're gonna, take that into consideration and move forward with it. So I trust in you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Jerry. So we're good, right, with this part? So you can stay for as long as you'd like. You can leave whenever you want.
My sidebar, I like to say that my impression of that she probably bring more to the table than I would.
Be that though, you have to.
I feel like real asset, so the decision making, is obviously up to you guys. And I would certainly reapply in December, or at whatever point that becomes available, but that's just my professional background.
You're already withdrawing from the race. It's only been,
No.
no, that's great. Thank you.
So being in this setting, being very aware to the,
I had to change every single thing that I'm wearing to come to this meeting, so.
Because I'm not with my toddler. We're all feeling low.
So I feel very confident that, we're gonna win either way.
Oh.
So, I mean,
'Cause we don't get to pick.
right,
who it is.
we don't get to
We
pick.
get to provide like
A
bit of
recommendation.
recommendation, but it's up to city council.
Right.
Um,
And so, and
but
we,
can't go wrong.
right, I don't think that we
I mean,
can.
I feel low stress either way, because I feel like that's why I get involved in things in town, and that's just positive all around, so.
Well, we won't worry about that. We won't worry about that. Okay, well, so then I'm gonna move on to the city council liaison report, since we now have our city council liaison.
I don't really have a lot to report. No, I don't really have anything to report. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's totally
Yeah.
fine. didn't-
No, just
We
business
talk
as
about
usual.
pickleball.
No, please, no. no pickleball and no splash pad
Splash pad.
conversation
I had
tonight.
to look it up. I thought that it must be something much more intense. than it turned out that it
I'm
is.
sure I'm sure come Monday, we're gonna have lots more conversations about pickleball and splash pads, so. But no, I don't have anything to report. I do want to say, I'm sorry that I didn't make it down to the mural, celebration. Again, I've been working a lot lately, but everything that I've heard, it was a pretty good event, over there. So, yeah,
I wish Carl was here so we could do a little round of applause.
yeah. Yeah, I heard really good things from a lot of people that went. So, yeah, it was pretty good to hear. So that's all I got.
Great. Thanks, Jerry. Did everyone get a chance to look at the July minutes that you got at 11 PM last night? Would anyone like to move to approve them? Do we need a few minutes?
Can you pass some down? I didn't grab them. And I didn't even find them in my email till like.
Well,
They were sent to Chelsea very late. That's me.
and then I found out from Sadie that she needs them 24 hours in advance, which she did not get this time, but next time she
Oh,
will,
okay.
for sure.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time getting on that.
They have been extensively helping me with the art and music Caldwell work. It's been very worky.
I'm fine. I'm not stressed.
I feel the work has been very worky.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel that so hard right now.
Hmm,
Motion to approve the July minutes.
Thank you, Nicole. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Or she will.
Fight it out. All right. Deborah or Tina, your dealer's choice has moved to, all those in favor of approving the July minutes, say aye. Anyone opposed? Great. All right. We do not have the financial statements. And also I didn't worry about getting them printed out because I feel like they're going to be way more interesting next month.
Correct.
So we will review them then. Mail and correspondence. We did get an email request about murals and that is not within our scope. So we forwarded that person the Artback information. You all got the Artback letters and I think that was it for correspondence. There were 2 letters in the mailbox from 2019. Does anyone here know about those?
They were in the binder and I didn't know when they were, so I just shoved them in
Great.
the box.
I was, Sadie and I were so like, I was like, has Carrie been holding on to these since 2019 and just swung by City Hall with them? Okay, mystery solved. Excellent.
They just got held up in the mail.
Yeah, well, I was like, this is apparently for a piece of artwork we bought in 2019. It's a receipt. That's
Oh, goodness.
that's slow. But yeah, I think it was just, yeah, tucked away. Okay. That's all I got for mail or correspondence. Anyone else have any mail or correspondence?
I mean, we've had lots of correspondence with the artists and participants.
Nothing we need to
and thing,
address.
But no, nothing for the whole group.
Great. All right, so let's do some quick updates on the current projects. Art and music crawl happening this Friday. Go Tina.
So we have got musicians at multiple locations. We've got Rick and Barb. They're gonna be at the Ant Farm Garden. I didn't bring anything, but so, and then we've got an artist that's, oh, look. Heidi's all-
There's brochures.
And I'll have to,
Can I have one too?
these are awesome, Heidi. So City Hall, the lawn's gonna be the hub. We're gonna have free bumper stickers with a donation. And then there'll be some kiddie music with the Music Quest will be performing over in this general area. Yo Treats will be open for business and they'll have some youth artists over at Yo Treats. Luz, we've got Sienna Christie performing and the artist Golden Resurrections. I'm not sure what all the artists do because Nicole was so awesome and recruited the artists.
They're all amazing.
Great.
Yeah, lots of variety.
Spiral Gallery, this will be their first Friday, their monthly first Friday. I'm sorry, I was reading that wrong. I thought it said their first Friday, but Brian Garden will be the artist with Peggy Skycraft, and oh, you found a place for the violinist. Elsa will be performing there.
Yeah,
Elisa, sorry. Mossy Rock will be open, and they found their own artist. So they came to us with their own artists, wooden bowl makers, Tim and Anthony. The Lumberyard, which is the food carts over there, is going to have Carl Solomon with Ron Carnes doing music, and then M. Barnett and Vonda Martin and Barbara Toll will be the artists. And then Art Smith also will be open for business with Kalia Bush and Carrie Hubbard. And then Peter Bush will be playing outside the building. And then, like I said, Rick and Barb will be at Ant Farm, and then the artist Leslie Christ will be inside the Ant Farm garden with her booth or setup, whatever it's gonna be. And then, like I mentioned, Harmony is gonna be closed because it's her husband's birthday, but she is allowing us to use her parking lot. So we're gonna have artists set up there. There's gonna be Paul Corbel, Lucas Nicholson, Joe Smith, Skip a Week Quilting Club with tickets to win a quilt. I talked to Chris at Ant Farm on Monday when I dropped my kid off for work, and he may have some artists too. I did email him this afternoon to ask if he was still, if he still had them. I told him we were gonna have the parking lot open, but when I sent him the email about the artist, I only sent them what's gonna be in his property, not Harmony. So I'm not sure if he was trying to bring people in because he thought we didn't have anybody. Cause I'm like, yeah, we have 3 set up. He's like, oh, okay. So I'll follow up with him again. He may have some additional people, but that's pretty much what we've got right now. Nicole, did you have anything else to say? Didn't somebody want to volunteer? What were we doing with that?
Yeah, we even got people saying they would play for free, but we couldn't get a place for them. It was
It was
last minute.
very last minute, yes,
Mhm,
so it's
yeah.
very unfortunate. But everyone who we either couldn't afford or like this great group wanted to play for free, and then it was literally like in the last 2 days, so we just did not have a spot for them. We saved all their information. We have like a huge spreadsheet going with like a bunch of tabs. Like Tina loves spreadsheets. She loves filling it out. She loves when I tell her about the
I
spreadsheet.
looked at that today and I'm like, there's more tabs.
But we're saving like all of our resources so that we can like, recreate it next year or try to use those resources to, supplement like another event. So it's been really fun, and the artists are amazing. Tina like walked around to like all the businesses and like asked them if they would participate, and she found the musicians, and Heidi's been making signs and Facebook posts and contacting people with like the final confirmation stuff. I mean, like it's been a whole thing, but a lot of fun, and I think it's gonna be really awesome. So I hope there's a really good turnout because we deserve it and people will miss out. If they don't have it. It's gonna be super fun.
Well, yeah, and I really do think, and I mentioned this at the city council meeting, for everyone who is upset and missing summer celebration, I mean, I hope that they're able to come out and have some fun. And yeah, I hope we have a really great turnout, and whether we do or not, we're gonna do this again because, the first coloring contest was, the second coloring contest had twice as many people.
Right.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
It'll
And
take
so-
some time to like get pulled back
Right.
and swing of things.
But
Yes.
I think this is a great, I mean, I think that everybody has done a stellar job, and I think that it is going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm hoping that this eases some of the pain and the people who really miss summer celebration and email me frequently to let me know. That's what I hope.
I think that'll
Good
be a
work.
really like comfortable event too, because it's a little bit spread out, but not spread out like too far to walk.
Mhm.
So with some COVID stuff looming, I think that it's like a really good pace and format for right now. So I really hope we have a lot of people because it's gonna be so neat.
Excellent.
Do you want to add anything, Heidi?
No, I'm
Good. Sorry, I'm just like, yeah.
But everybody check out the Art Commission's Facebook page for all the bios of everybody, because Heidi's been doing an awesome job with that the last couple weeks.
You're so sweet. My husband had no idea. He wrote like 3 sentences. Looked at everybody else and he was like, oh, I should have done the whole thing.
no, he was great.
Okay, well, tell us about the chalk walk.
The chalk walk is a very low key event. The biggest part of it is just getting chalk out into the hands of kids to enjoy and create.
Have they been
Um,
picking them up?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, we still had a bunch left over, have some to give away,
Mhm.
maybe on Friday night,
Great.
if that's all right. We had some artists doing the chalk blocks on Broadway. I would say we gave out 160. I think we gave out 150 boxes of chalk for kids and getting through the backlog. So we'll be starting with no chalk for next year, which is good because storage space is at a premium.
Mm.
And yeah, we did $25 for 7 artists. And 2 of those were me and Carl
That's great.
made, and they were, I hope you saw the pictures. I
Mhm.
don't know if they got over to our page, but I can send them to you.
I
and make,
didn't,
like,
I'm
an
not on
album.
Facebook, so I didn't see any
Okay.
pictures, but
There
They,
was a post that I reposted from,
Okay.
from Lauren Nibby. They're just amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
really, it's just,
if you send me a
impressive.
link, if you email me a link to it, I can probably open it without being needing to log in. I would like to see them.
Is that big old art thing in the middle of the street by the mural? Was this part of
The
the
labyrinth?
chalk walk? Or was
No,
that
It,
somebody
it
else?
was
Art
last
Back.
year.
Okay.
Last year we did the labyrinth, but because Artback had already worked out getting the labyrinth, we were like, great, we don't need 2 labyrinths. And so we will keep the one that they're doing, but there is always one and usually it is us, but. Yeah, it's like in the intersection, right?
Right before this.
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah, it's really cool.
Mhm.
Very expensive.
I drive over it every day taking my kid to work.
And so the chalk walk is something that I'm committed to keeping at least at that minimum of getting the chalk out to kids.
Mhm.
And I'd be super happy to work with anybody else who wants to expand it into something more. Like
Yeah.
a festival, like doing larger spaces.
I wonder if you, because.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
have-
lots of
I don't have a
options.
sidewalk.
Yeah,
So
same.
literally like last year, Nicole was like, "Come on, we could decorate by our playground or whatever. It'd be fun if there could be like a central like boulevard or like a couple of blocks where like everyone could come and like have things
Mhm.
to
Like
make
you
it."
can shut down a street for a week or something. I don't know.
I don't think that we could ever, we
I
could shut
think
a
we
street down for a
Okay,
week.
not-
We could get a day.
Something small.
We could shut down my street for a week, probably. Be the dead end on,
I mean, there's that little street by the fire station that they shut down all the time for random events.
right, I mean, I'm sure we could, right, and I think, yeah, I think that, that 150 boxes of chalk is fantastic, and so that's 150, households engaged, which is just really awesome, and yeah, I think that we do need more ways to, is anyone using the hashtag and posting pictures? Because that's another way we can try to ramp up and, whether we want to do something next year, like offer prizes, like drawing. If you use the hashtag, and we see you on Facebook, you're entered into a drawing or something like that, just to get more visibility. We have options, but I think too, that doing it in conjunction with an event, another event,
Mhm.
like, again, eventually this becomes summer celebration again, right? And so, starting small and working our way back up. And so then maybe the chalk walk is like the week leading up to, or whatever. And that way, people could decorate all over the sidewalks downtown.
Can I offer an idea?
Yeah.
It's like you had it as like a event that was leading up to the celebration and before. like, this is what we did for my art night to like get kids to be interested in going all over and do like a scavenger hunt. So go around and find the things that people have done. And then on the scavenger hunt, be like, find the clouds near the fire station or find the this. And then they have to like check off the things on their scavenger hunt to like be entered in a raffle for some art prizes or, like a
That's
basket
awesome.
activity. That really gets people to go around all the different places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not unlike the passport, that, was that Parks and Rec? Who made the passport?
Downtown Estacada.
Downtown.
Parks and Rec has done the scavenger hunt before.
Yes, which is so cute. Yes.
Candy cane, yep.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they would be willing to do something focusing on the parks with that as well, so
Something like that could be really.
I
Kids
love
have-
that idea.
kids love scavenger hunts. They drag their parents with them.
Right, adults love scavenger. hunt. I love the candy cane thing. I love it.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, I know that there was lots and lots and lots of positive feedback last year for the chalk walk, and I expect the same this year. So I don't see any reason why we don't make it bigger and better each time, because so far continues to be a success. Anything else on chalk walk? One page will be next Wednesday at Harmony. And we have Janice Lee, whose book just came out yesterday, day before yesterday, Separation Anxiety, and Alicia Jo Rabines, who was originally scheduled with Elena, but couldn't come because I think of COVID. So Alicia, who is a poet, performer, Torah scholar, and she recently wrote a rock opera about Bernie Madoff that was turned into an independent film that is currently making the independent film circuit. I have no idea what she is going to bring to Harmony, but I bet it's going to be cool. And Janice is they're both teachers at PSU. And so it occurred to me, oh, they probably know one another, which I hadn't even thought of until recently. But Janice she writes poetry, nonfiction, and fiction. So she's one of the people that I just think is working too hard, excelling at all the things. She's also in studying to be a shaman, and she teaches classes on incorporating various different shamanic techniques into your writing practice. And I've taken one and it was super cool and weird and awesome, because I saw it and I was like, wonder what that would be like. How would you make that happen? So also don't have any idea. I'm sure she's going to read from Separation Anxiety, but I don't know what else. I think August will be great. And now we have 2 readers for September. It is Waka T. Brown and Michelle Ruiz. I just confirmed her, so. And then I am still trying to fill the second spot in Michelle Ruiz Keel is the second reader in September at the library. And then I still have I need to find a second reader for December. And so Roseanne Perry is the first reader for December. A wolf called Wanda. A wolf called Wander. She gave me a list of names to ask, and I asked a few of those folks, and they all had reasons, but also gave me lists of names. And yeah, so I'm still tracking those folks down. We're still on track in November to have Kim Stafford, former Oregon Poet Laureate, along with Justin Hawking, former, or I guess previous Oregon Book Award winner, and skateboarder. So November will be cool. And I am keeping October not empty. We're not doing October, to give Harmony a break, and me a break, and just everybody a break for October.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
have you considered, maybe sending an email blast invitation to the council, to all the committees, you know, just maybe sending an email blast invitation to the other committees and then of course, city council, just to try to, you know, get more interest, get more, you know, more people in there.
It's a good idea.
I can do that for you.
Great, 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 great.
Can we do that for Friday?
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
do one for Friday? And then also, do you have yet something for the board for Friday?
It's up.
It is
Yeah.
up? Okay.
Heidi,
Great.
did you handle that? Did you
No,
have some?
it was done for us.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Well, thank you.
You pester everyone enough at City Hall. and they graduate, they're like, they're gonna happen anyway.
I'll just put it
It's
up
like
in a
with
bit.
their kids, it's just faster to do it myself. Right? But you guys make those posts that, if you're talking, my mind was wandering, but like the Facebook posts that you put together that we just can just put them up there. That's fantastic. It's super helpful and they always look way more professional and creative than what we might come up with. So thank you for doing that.
Awesome. Excellent. Yeah, so that's all I have for one page. And we will at one point, maybe in September, we'll get to September in a minute. We will have to decide if we want to do it again next year, one page, I mean. So I could kind of go either way on it, honestly.
It's a lot of work for you.
It's a lot of work and the turnout has been really low and I don't know why that is. And so, and the people who do show up have like rave reviews, but it's so far not resulting in more people showing up. And so we did have the last event at the library was so cool. And if they were all like that, it would be no question. Because even with just 4 open mic readers, 3 of them were like 8 years old. And I do not know why more people did not come because it was freaking adorable. But yeah, so yeah, we'll just have to see. I think it's really cool. Every single writer who has come has had nothing but really nice things to say and thinks it's the coolest program ever. And they're so glad to see it happening and, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I feel really bad when there's, you know, like Jerry's the only one who shows up. Jerry and Deborah. And now Carl. So, and sometimes Tina. Thank you all.
If
For
it was a
sometimes
different
being-
day, I'd be there.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing, right? So we can change whatever we want for next year. So we'll just have to think about it.
I think it's just because it's like after work and people are just so.
Well, it's still been kind of COVID-y.
Burned
so I know
out.
Yeah.
For my family, we haven't been taking the kids inside all this time, you know, like.
Right.
So it's hard, but
Yeah, and that's the thing. There are so many things it could be. You know, we'll just, yeah, maybe we keep trying just like other things and see if it eventually builds.
yeah, that's a good retreat agenda item.
Yeah. So moving on to the fall retreat, we are booked here on the 10th because I only heard from one person with feedback about where to have it. And they said here, so here's where we're going to be that next time, give feedback if you wanted to be somewhere else. So yeah, we're going to be, we talked about it at the last meeting.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know we did, but I don't remember you asking for feedback, so that's all.
Well, it's because there had been like some like chatter at part of the meeting of like having it at Timberline or like having it somewhere else or like
Oh,
here
yeah.
wouldn't be fun. And so, and I mean, you know, it's work. It's not supposed to be fun.
We always
So
have fun, Chelsea.
so we're gonna have it right here and we're gonna make it fun. And yeah, we'll probably get food from Harmony would be my guess, but also open to feedback in case anyone would like to send it to me. We'll cater lunch. So
And Christie's smoked bacon mac and cheese. Just like a huge. And I'll let everybody else go first and then I'll.
and then the rest will be for Deborah. Okay, fair enough. Noted. Yeah, so we didn't pick a time, so I was hoping we could do that. When I heard about this, I thought we would be here all day the first time. I was like, ooh, fall retreat, like, so it's like a whole day affair and no, it's like 3 hours max. So which 3 hours would be like it to be on Saturday?
Wasn't it like 4
hours.
I mean, I think 4, because we have a lot to talk about. I think 4 is, how about if we plan on 4 and then if we get done early?
Yeah, like let's block out a little bit larger, that way no one is like, I gotta go, 'cause they have
Yeah.
their plans.
Yes, that's a good call.
The 10th of what, Chelsea, September?
Mhm. Yep.
I vote early.
Not too early though.
I was gonna say,
That's fine.
what is early?
Heidi,
What
what's
does
your
early
idea of
mean?
early?
I would say 10.
Oh,
Okay.
10's great.
Okay.
Oh, 10 to 2?
8, no, no.
Okay, 10 to 2, done.
6 AM, Tina. 6 to 10 AM.
I'm not here.
10 to
that
2.
day.
10 to 2, done. Great job. Go team.
I will shoot Carl an email. If he's not
Yes.
here, just so like he kind of is kept in the loop
Yes.
early.
Great. Great. Deborah, do you have any updates on the Dia de los Muertos event?
I do not, other
Okay.
than it will be held on the Saturday before. Just so we can pick up families that
Mhm.
are working. I think the 11th, the first is a Tuesday, maybe?
Yeah,
Or
the first is a
Wednesday?
Tuesday,
Yeah,
so it'll
so
be
we'll-
the 30th? I mean, the 29th,
29th, I think, whatever that
29th.
Saturday is, yeah. So we'll do it on.
October,
October.
10/29.
Yep. We need to check with Parks and Rec ASAP to make sure they don't schedule a fun run on that at the exact same date.
Oh, so that's gonna be Halloween weekend.
Yeah, because that's what happened.
They
Right,
want
which
the
is the
trick or
point.
trot. They want
Yeah.
the trick or trot. Okay,
If they schedule the trick or trot for Sunday afternoon. That could work.
So this will be a Sunday morning.
this is Saturday.
This will be
Saturday, okay, Saturday.
um,
Oh, yeah, I typed Saturday morning too, sorry.
And we'll probably do. The 1 o'clock seems to work pretty well,
Okay.
because then people have had lunch.
Well, and so what if the fun run is in the morning? That would be okay,
Yeah,
or in the evening, because it's trick or trot. So I thought it was in the evening last time, like at 5 or something. But,
For some reason, I thought it was in the
right in the middle
daytime.
of the day.
huh,
You know
okay.
what would be kind of neat, maybe, is if they did the trick or trot, that ended and our, well, your event that, we're participating to began, and we just funnel people from trick or trot to Dia
Yep.
de los Muertos.
Or vice versa,
Yeah, depending on what time they want to
Right.
do theirs.
right?
I will move that email to the top of my list for tomorrow.
Great.
Okay.
Great. And so, and we are going to be providing a face painter since Parks and Rec did the last one. And a table with an activity, is that right?
Potentially,
Potentially.
yeah. It
Buttons,
depends
maybe
on-
buttons,
Could do buttons.
making marigolds, paper marigolds would be cool.
Any
Spitballing, okay.
there's so many options of stuff that we could do. So,
Great. But we're still on track and it sounds like we have what we need for now.
one thing kind of ties into this is, or I can save it for new business, is that Reba reached out to me about the new art project.
Mm,
And because she just completed the mural and has those good connections to the Latinx community, I wanted to draw her into this and get some of her contacts as well. So I'm gonna hopefully be working with her and getting some more info
Cool.
from her.
And Carl, I believe, said, Carl did send an email about the next show that's going up at the library. And
But
I,
he's gonna take the photos of the mural.
well, that it's either that he's got 2 options. We will talk about that in other business. We'll get there. Because I have to find it. Anything on the fall coloring contest?
No, it's just gonna be folly.
Awesome. We don't have to worry about it. We got stuff to do on Friday. And I have, from my notes, from the meeting minutes, 10:24 to 11:07. There's no reason why that has changed since we decided on it, right?
No.
Okay, great.
I just cannot remember exactly what, like, our number of days was for the last one. Like, I cannot remember if 2 weeks is,
I mean, we can go search the Facebook post,
Oh.
but
duh, I'll do that. Okay.
It also might be in the meeting minutes.
Oh, yeah. That I took. Never mind, don't mind me.
I mean, it might not, but it could be. It's, possible. How are we feeling about a winter art sale with the E DEC?
I believe Carl is heading that up, but
Is he?
I don't think that we've had much updates, so I'm not sure that's rolling yet.
Okay. Well, so let's plan to talk about that in September. At the retreat, to make sure we really want to do it. Because we've done a lot. The update that I gave at city council was very long.
Yes.
I was like, we've done a lot, y'all. Like, we could take winter off and it would be okay. So I'm just putting that out there. I do think that it would be cool to get some artisans downtown for a sale, but we could decide to do that next year instead. So,
Would that be in conjunction with the tree lighting?
yeah, I think so. Well, they had talked about last year, I think, or the year before. Jerry, do you remember when they were talking about having a vendor fair downtown, at a winter vendor fair or something? And previously, Arts Commission had done a winter artisan show, kind of like a mini summer celebration with artists out selling stuff at Christmas time. And so there was some confusion because the DEC didn't have anyone on the commission anymore who remembered that Arts Commission used to do that. So they were gonna do one, but then COVID, so nobody, why we can't have nice things, nobody did anything. But it may be that it's a good opportunity to collaborate and just split the burden and the congratulations afterwards. But because, we could bring like more fine artists and they could bring other kinds of craftspeople or whoever it is that they were thinking of bringing for vendors. But I think it would be cool to have a, like a shopping by hand, one of a kind stuff, handmade stuff, especially locals. But again, just think about it. Think about it for September, if we want to do it, or if we want to plan it forward. I cannot find the email from Carl. It's either Riva or somebody else.
But not, somebody else not in Spiral, but related to somebody in Spiral Gallery? I don't remember the name. He just told me that briefly
It's-
this morning. when he
Would,
took the art.
could it be Kalaya? Could it be Kalaya Bush?
I don't think it's Kalaya, but it might be someone related to Kalaya.
Okay. Well, we will wait to get an update from Carl with more information. And if I find in here that there was a question we were supposed to answer, then I will email it out to us. Because I don't have it. I do have mentioned, so apparently in 2020, just before I joined the commission, the Arts Commission agreed to buy an artwork from Kalaya made by her late husband, Joe Cotter. So I don't know if any of y'all have been in town long enough to remember the life cycle of wood, I think it was called, the mural that was on where Mike's Secondhand used to be. Is that right?
Yeah, it's on the far wall of that building over there across the highway.
And is it still there? I thought it was.
It's still
think it's
there.
there.
Yeah, and
Oh.
I think they repainted it. a few
Oh, I
years
thought
ago.
it was, I thought that was the whole reason why this one. Good.
Nope, it's still there. You
Great.
just are like on the highway, so you don't see it as much.
Got it. Okay. Well, what we have is a really beautiful, or what we will have soon is a really beautiful pencil sketch of that mural to put up here in the chambers. And that was the original plan. So I did talk to Sadie today, because and I think she's gonna talk to you.
I like that idea.
Well, I was like, Sadie, like, how do we, I mean, everyone keeps saying like, oh, it's just gonna go up in the chambers. I was like, I know we don't show up with hammers and a nail, so how do we make that happen? It's really long. I mean, it's like the mural, right? So it's long
Mhm.
and thin and it's, so
that?
anyway, we need to finally pay for that and get it here because we bought it in 2020 and haven't, and she's just been holding it for us.
Would it make a nice backdrop, like for city council and stuff? I think Louise had kind of suggested that last year.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would make a
They would
better,
not wanna move back and-
I don't know if it would make a better backdrop than
The
the
best you can
logo,
say.
right?
I don't know,
I don't know.
might.
Maybe.
I don't know, like. what
It would be hard, it wouldn't read, I don't think it would read well on this camera.
Because it's pencil.
It's a pencil
Yeah.
drawing, yeah,
But maybe it could go.
but it
over
would be really
here.
nice there, I bet.
Yeah, that's nice. How long it is maybe over there.
Right. Yeah, that would be nice too, because people would be more likely to walk right up to it.
Mhm.
So what I'm gonna do is I am still waiting on getting Kalaya's contact information. Surprisingly difficult to get. It's on the way. Great, great. Please email it to me.
I will do that.
Gonna say, don't we have?
I
her?
straight up called her at her home. I've got all her.
It was. Yes.
It's hard tracking everyone down sometimes, you know?
Yes, so I did get the original letter that the Arts Commission sent to her confirming the amount and everything. So all I need to do is get her contact information, make sure that all of that is still great. I will do a check request and have her drop the piece off here. And so another thing to think about for September is that traditionally we have bought a piece of artwork every year, but we haven't been doing that because of COVID. So we'll want to do that again for next year, or we will want to pick it back up, I guess. And I honestly have no idea what all the logistics are there, whether we have to find a place to put it and then, find a place that, where we can put it and then buy it or what, but we can talk about all that. But we're gonna finally do it, which is great. Because Kalaya originally said, oh, COVID, people aren't, going to City Hall, I'll hold it for now. And then apparently we just never got back to her, so she's been holding it ever since. And that's all I have on that. We do need to give a recommendation to the city council tonight. So, well, yeah, no, because we're
on Zoom, so
We're on
can go and watch
Zoom.
it anyway.
Right.
So-
right, so I don't know how. This is what they're saying. No. I don't know how that works, because normally, we just had a minute to talk, like unofficially.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm just gonna.
Well, I think nobody is going to take offense. I think we have two excellent candidates here.
Right,
You could probably draw straws and you're gonna come up a winner either
Yeah.
way.
I think so too.
Yeah, we
And
can-
so, yeah, I,
Thank
If
you
I'm
so
listening
much.
to all the things that you guys really have done a ton.
uh-huh,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. Well, all right.
Yes, on Friday.
thank you, guys.
Hey, nice to see you, Mike. It's nice to see you in person.
Should we see on what you need specifically Friday? I'm just gonna
Yes.
bring my kids. She's working from home.
That'll be great. They can help.
They're old enough
big
to help.
help.
They're
Okay,
big enough to
yeah.
help.
He was good.
He was tearing it
Oh,
up,
how nice.
tearing it up.
Done is better than perfect.
That's right. That's right. That's what, it's when it
Mhm.
comes to mowing that stupid lawn. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Until they make the robot vacuum cleaner, that's a lawnmower.
You need an off-road one.
Really, that's got knives and stuff.
That's just
Chelsea.
scary.
I mean, I understand, and that's
let
the
the
reason
cat
it
out.
doesn't exist yet. That's the reason it doesn't exist yet.
The
But-
room would suck up Polly Pockets and micro machines and all that stuff. Just think about what robot Roomba with like blades on it would do. Come on, Chelsea.
I am, and I'm so excited about it because I do not have children or pets. And if it takes out a few squirrels, that's okay with me because the squirrels have eaten every single one of my filberts, every single one. I am not going to get one single filbert off 3 trees. Okay. So, do we have a recommendation? So we also have the option of saying either one's fine. You know, we don't have to make a recommendation, but we can. So,
I think the council would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't get, I don't think that they won't be interviewing them.
right.
But you could, you could make that say that in your recommendation that
that
both candidates
both are
are
great.
excellent and you think you hope they both will get involved, but the first one you'd like to bring on board is whichever one.
Jesse, because she's willing to step up and do secretary because I have that creeping hand disease. And I really don't want to do secretary, but I would do it because I know that you're doing a lot of other stuff now. So yes, let's bring Jesse on so she can take that on. And I hope Michael can join us in December.
Yeah.
I do want to say Jesse's my friend. I love Jesse. Mike's super nice too. I know him a little bit. But both of them said that they would be secretary, you know.
Right.
And both of them also have reached out to help with art and music crawl. So
Which is
I just
awesome.
want to have that out there to
Mhm.
make sure that everyone knows that both of them are already willing to do that. I really like both of them equally for slightly different reasons. We don't have a lot of men on our commission. So, you know, just like mix things up some more. And I mean, that's what there is. I like Mike, like super talented, musical, fine arts background, helpful, capable, I mean, wonderful, you know. But I like that about him. Jesse has a lot of experience organizing events, which, you know, is what we do. So I think she's super excellent for that. I also like that she has a lot of like fine art background, not just like the child art background, you know, which is like what I bring. So I'm not helpful, actually, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
I'm doing a quick time check. Yeah.
My
okay.
only thought is I lean a little bit towards Mike because we don't have any musicians on here. We've got artists, we've got writers, but we don't have musicians. So I would kind of like to see that brought in.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah.
why I would lean towards Mike.
I'm leaning towards no preference right now. It's
fine.
so hard.
Right. And I
Yeah.
mean, that's a great position to be in, right? That we
Yeah.
have two stellar
Yeah.
candidates. I lean towards Mike for the same, I mean, I am friends with Mike, so grain of salt, in my opinion. But just, yeah. But Jesse seemed very nice. I mean, they both would be fantastic. But I do think that our immediate need is somebody who can help plan musical stuff because there is no more performing arts group of Estacada. So you know, we're it really. I mean, Parks and Rec does the summer concert series, but you know, having somebody that could help us, that would have energy around and help us plan out some events for next year with a music focus would be great to have in the short term, right? Short term meaning like at September's retreat. And then, you know, again, I think either would be great. But if Jesse did come back in December, if there are open seats, then she would be able to help organize events for the year, right? Most everything is for this year's now figured out.
Jesse had really good ideas.
Yes, fantastic
So she
ideas,
May be helpful at the retreat,
right? I wish we could
but she
bring
wouldn't,
them,
you know, she wouldn't make the retreat if she was in December.
right,
That's a thought.
right. So we are great either way. And we have a couple of votes for each. So what I will do is I'll write up a recommendation that actually just says that we, you know, that both candidates are great. And I mean, should we should say one or the other, right?
Yeah, I think the council would appreciate that. Otherwise, they're going to be in the same boat that you are right now.
Right. So, who is slightly leaning toward Jesse over Mike.
Me.
No, you and,
You just changed.
Well, I'm gonna go Jessie because, you know, like, she had a lot of good ideas and she's my friend. So, you know, I know like her way of doing things and so, but it's like, it's very slight. I really don't even like. to
that's why I
choose.
said slight.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I've got. They're both wonderful. We cannot go wrong.
Okay, so that's two slights or three.
Well, I was gonna switch to say Mike because I was like, yeah, the music experience is really
I know.
important.
I'm,
If you say that again, then I'm gonna switch to Mike too. I don't like choosing.
So, a little bit of advice from me, not speaking to either of them. I would definitely want you guys to lean towards something that is going to fill an immediate need. I mean, that's the direction that I would like to see. You know, I would like to see you guys lean towards something that is going to fill an immediate need. And if the music aspect of it is what is that need that's going to be filled, you know, you might need to lean that direction. We do have counselors with or commissioners with arts in their background as far as like, you know, painting, drawing, that kind of stuff, you know, and writing. So, I mean, if music is the need, I would suggest you lean that direction. But again, I mean, we're gonna, you know, your guys's recommendation is going to be weighed very heavily by at least the majority of council. So, you know, I have complete faith and like I said earlier, I have no doubt you guys are going to pick someone that's going to be the right fit for you and for the city of Estacada. So
Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, and Emily was the organizer of music for like 20 years. So that's part of my reason leaning toward Mike. Just because, and that's not to say, I mean, clearly, Tina and Heidi and Nicole have proven that you do not have to be a musician to organize an arts and music crawl.
Tina dabbles in guitar.
YouTube.
Dabble.
YouTube. I've been teaching myself ukulele from YouTube. It is possible. I can play a Beck song.
Take another vote. Chelsea.
Okay. Who is leaning very slightly toward Mike over Jesse? Okay. So what I will do is write up a recommendation that says we think both candidates are fantastic. We have an immediate need for somebody with a lot of passion and energy around music. And so for that reason, we would like to go with Mike. Sound good?
It's terrible coach. I cannot be traffic.
But see, the co-chair shouldn't have to make decisions. The co-chair should be soliciting decisions and contributing to them, but not making them. That's a dictator. That's not a chair.
Right.
Okay, good.
Oh, hosts.
Okay, so let's see. And Mike did say he was willing to step in as secretary, so that you do not have to necessarily do anything, Deborah, that you don't want to do.
What I do know for sure is that we can't go wrong.
Right, right,
sure,
which is a
100%.
really,
Both
really
wonderful.
great
Yes.
spot to be in. Okay, I have one thing to add, and we don't actually still need to talk about Riva, right? I put her down for later. You covered that, or you want to bring it back up?
Like to bring it up.
Okay, yeah.
because- Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so Riva emailed me about a new project she's doing called the Brave Dreams Project. And the final result of it will be a diorama style outdoor sculpture called the Dream House. I don't know where it's going to go. I hope it goes in the new park. But it's a collaborative, community-based project, so she needs to be in places to engage with people. Her only supply, I think, is like a chalkboard or an easel board. Do we have somewhere she could set up on Friday if she's available?
Yeah.
Could she come down here to City Hall and do that? Okay, excellent.
We still have room at Harmony, right?
And we'll have room here too.
Okay.
Yeah, Vaughn is probably a really good spot,
Yeah.
because we kind of directed
the
people
hub.
here as the hub.
Okay,
So
I
I,
will shoot her a quick email and let her know that I wanted to.
And so she'll need a chalkboard or
She's
whiteboard?
bringing what
Oh,
she
she's got,
needs, yeah,
okay, great.
And she just needs a spot where she can interface with a wide a group of people as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, and the question that she will be asking is, or the statement, my dream for Estacada or something missing in Estacada. And just seeing where that question goes.
Awesome,
So it sounds really nice.
awesome. Oh, I'm so glad we have a spot for her. The
we have
one,
a spot for everybody.
except for the
Like,
except for the bands.
I know,
class.
oh, yeah, except, oh, which I'm so sad about. But yeah, no, like, except for, yeah, a big thing like that, the more the merrier. Oh, that kills me, we couldn't have them.
The one thing that needed to be on the agenda that I didn't get on there in time is we need to get Emily a gift for all of her time. And so traditionally, we have given a $50 gift certificate to Spiral Gallery. But I happen to know that she has had to downsize into a much, much smaller space. And so I asked her if art was the best option. And she said no, because she doesn't have any wall space. But so we could still do Spiral because there are smaller things there, other options. Or I was thinking of the woman who makes jewelry,
Oh,
Julie Cooper.
Hines, I
Julie
think.
Cooper. Yeah. So I was also, because she did say, you know, that jewelry is always a fine gift. And so we could also do a Julie Cooper gift certificate. And so I just wanted to know what people thought, Spiral versus Julie Cooper. I have also not been to Julie Cooper, so I don't know if $50 is,
I would recommend Julie Cooper because of the amount of Spiral Gallery gift certificates that she has received is probably
Right.
a lot. So
Right.
I would recommend, was it Lennox Jai Boutique? Is the one I would recommend.
What he said.
what he
Yeah,
said?
yeah.
Okay,
And Julie does beautiful custom work as well.
right, okay.
And
So-
$50.
Put it
You
down
know,
towards, yep.
put a
Yeah,
di-
okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's a
Um,
great idea.
So what's the name of this shop, Jerry?
Lennox J.
Lennox J.
Yeah, Lennox JAI Boutique.
Great. All right, I will make that happen. That's all I've got. Any community updates or arts opportunities or anything?
Oh, RAC grants open
Oh, yeah.
on September 7th, maybe?
Yeah, so there's the RAC grant. I just
For 23
got an
grant.
email about, and then the email that came. So we all got the email from. Who did we all get that
From
email
Elena.
from? Oh, yeah. From Elena about that one. And then I also got regional Arts 3C. This is a new grant opportunity through RAC. Creation, cultivation, and community are the 3 Cs, which kind of sounds up our alley. So it would be creation, cultivation, and community. And of course, selfishly, I'm like, oh, well, we just should, if we decide to do one page, use that to cover it. But because cultivation and community, but we should think about that. My email's not opening because we're in a cement box. I'll put it on the agenda for September. To decide, because we should decide at the retreat what we want to write grants for, because the feedback that I got on our last grant is that specificity, especially with RAC, is better. And so I'm writing that down. RAC,
Question, Chelsea, are we having a meeting in September or just the? retreat?
yes, no, we are having a meeting and then the retreat.
Okay, so just check.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's where my plan is to bring a draft agenda to the meeting on the 7th. And then we can make changes to it prior to Saturday. We can add or subtract or whatever, but I'll bring a draft agenda. We will come up with lunch orders. And we'll do that at the September meeting so that we don't have to spend time doing it on Saturday.
If anybody would like to volunteer to help us on Friday, that'd be great.
Right on. Yeah, I can definitely help. So I'll reach out because I'll
Cool.
be here.
I
I'll
work
be here.
right till 5. But as soon as I can shove some food in my mouth and get down here, I'll come here to set up with the chalk. So
Awesome.
I'm supposed to be done at 4. So if that's the case, I will have a little bit of time to shovel down food and then I can show up for 5. So.
I took the day off because I'd never get off on time anyway.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, well, shall we adjourn?
Yes.
All right. 7:53, 7 minutes early, even with all that stuff.
Wait.
Oh, Jerry,
Um, so,
you were so close.
yeah, sorry. Monday before, the council meeting, we are going to have Melanie, it's a celebration barbecue is what it is, right?
It's just kind of a, let's get together barbecue.
Yeah,
Um,
so Justin Gates, Counselor Gates, obviously has stepped down and just wanted to invite you guys all down. It's at 5 o'clock, Melanie, or 6
Yep.
o'clock?
It's at 5 o'clock. The council does have a workshop starting at 6, so
Yeah.
we'll try to
It'll
have
be
some,
snappy.
yeah, we'll have some food ready right at 5 for anybody that shows up right on time and wants to visit with the council. We'd love to have you come. We're keeping it simple, hot dogs, potato chips, potato salad, cookies and water, and we'll just have it on
yeah.
the front lawn.
So that's
Honor
the 8th?
Counselor Gates and yes,
The 8th.
the 8th at
Yeah.
5.
Counselor Gates has put in a lot of volunteer hours in the city and he's spent his whole life here. And I just, I'm not just speaking as a friend of his, but just knowing what he's put into the city of Estacada between youth sports, city council, everything that he volunteers for, which is a lot. He's probably got more volunteer hours than, any 5 people that know. So just it's just a kind of a little get together celebrating, Justin. He really has, and he's going to continue to put in those volunteer hours. It's just not going to be at the city level. So yeah, just want to invite you guys down.
Yeah, thank you for remembering that, Jerry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Nicole is also keeping us here.
I was that student too. I bet you know that already. I believe that there is another one of the, What's Up Estacadas coming up on the 11th.
15. Is that a
15th?
Monday? I think the Monday, it's Monday.
next-
the
Okay.
15th.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
15.
who would like to attend?
Well, you
For
have
us.
done it, so you don't have to.
Deborah and I were there last time.
You get a pass. So the 15th of August.
Just a couple weeks,
Monday.
less than a couple.
All right, I think that I can do that. I just need someone to volunteer to do it with me at 5 o'clock. Is that when it was? 5 or 6, something like that.
Good question.
I'll just put 5 in, because if it's not in here, I will never, ever.
I can-
Who wants to,
I just made my kid a 4:30 doctor's appontment for that
Come-
day, so.
like just now, literally, while,
Like,
like, let me just make an appointment really quick. so I don't-
No, I just like,
Okay, so.
got it in there. I knew about this.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I work until 8 PM. I cannot.
Yeah, you can, all right.
Yeah, it
well.
starts at 5. It's just from 5. It's from 5 to 7. Couple hours.
Alright, well, sounds like I'll be there by myself.
Maybe Carl would like to volunteer.
Maybe.
I might be able to. I don't know if the library is coming to this one or not, but
Okay.
if they're not,
Okay.
then I can.
And I'll just follow up with you about what prep I need.
Just show up.
And be accessible.
But if you can't go, then let me know. Because you don't want to be there by yourself.
Not
If you don't
particularly,
have
but
to,
If I don't have to, I would prefer not to.
Yeah, so
Okay,
we'll see about Deborah and then you let me know.
7:57, this meeting is adjourned.
You have a gavel.
Oh. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for everything.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.